Hello, Wine-Abbers. My name is Jesse Meekum from You Need a Budget. Yes, you do. And this is another Whiteboard Wednesday. Today, we've touched on this a little bit in the past, but I want to talk about data. And the mantra that we're thinking is, you learn from it, you don't live for it. Couple key points we'll hit. I just want to apologize. I had two charts up last week, and I didn't reference them at all. By the time I realized I hadn't referenced my two charts, I had already recorded it and it was done. So I apologize. We will reference a chart today. Data should drive your decisions, okay? And data should not instill a lot of guilt, okay? So don't look back to data, especially don't do this if you're seeking ammunition to blame, right? So data should not be something where you look back and start to just feel awful. It's not productive. What we want you to do is be always looking forward and having that past historical data inform your decisions as you move forward. There's a bit of a cycle here. Let's say, in my household, totally hypothetical, that for the first 6.5, 7 years of our marriage, we never stayed within our grocery budget. Just hypothetical, right? The data showed me that every month we overspent, hypothetically. Then I would go back, I should say, there was a breakdown right here. I wasn't really accepting reality. I wasn't having the data keep me honest, and that's where it becomes very useful. So I would just budget the same too low amount, and then the next month we would overspend again, hypothetically. Now I simply budget a large enough amount, hypothetically, and it's enough. We don't overspend in our groceries. I accepted that the reality is what it is. We have lots of mouths to feed, and that's it. Nothing's going to change. There is a time where you embrace the reality, you see it, you say, gosh, our groceries budget's, I don't know, $1,000. And you're shocked by that. You think, I could change that. That's okay. We're not saying that you're a victim to all of reality. What I am saying is that you need to be honest with yourself. That's where the data comes in. It's just honestly telling you what your behavior is, what you're doing, where your tendencies are as far as your spending goes, how your money is lining up with your values, or not quite. So it's giving you that reality, and then you can change things. Absolutely. You can say, oh, I'm going to consolidate my grocery trips. That normally shows improvement. People tend to spend a little less. I'm going to buy fewer prepackaged foods. Those are normally more expensive, so we'll cut back there. Any number of things. I'm no grocery expert, clearly, but yeah, I took the easy road out. I just budgeted more. It is what it is. So you can embrace your reality in one of two ways. You can say, hey, I'll take it. I'll budget more. I accept it. You can also say, no, I don't accept this, and I'm going to change. What you don't want to do is skip this step, okay, where you just expect by budgeting the number that your reality will suddenly change. That right there takes hard work. Finally, to our promised chart. The other reason that data is helpful, why you can learn, how you can learn from it, and not just live for it, is in your predictability. This is a heating bill, totally made up, but in the winter you need more heat, in the summer you need less, back to winter again, you need a little more. This line here, and you're all pretty familiar with this is just Rule 2 in action, where you're embracing your true expenses. You just have this nice blue line here, and that's the data being helpful. That's the data saying, hey, on average for your utilities, it's going to be $300 a month, or whatever it is. In the winter months, it'll be $450, and in the summer months, it'll be on average $150, and that averages out, given even winter and summer months, averages out to $300. Here, you're dipping into your surplus, dipping into it less and less and less as things warm up. Here, you're building your surplus a little bit, then building it more, bigger gap, building it a little less, building it a little less, building a little less. Here, you dip back into your surplus again. Goes on and on. That's predictability, and that's just good practice. Of course, you would do that. So you want to take the data, look at those averages, and get that feel for actual reality. Decide, Is that a reality I'm really comfortable with? What will I do to change the reality? Not, I'm just going to budget that same number in there again, just cram it in there. That won't do anything. You got to embrace the reality and say, I'm going to change it, or embrace the reality by saying, I'll budget a little more. I'll see you guys next week.